one of the first things Josh said was just about the mindset that you guys have to have in doubling down heading into game 4. What does that look like to you as you guys approach the start of this game?
Exactly what he said, doubling down, sticking to who we are, sticking together, and continuing to solve any adversity that we see with all 15 guys on the roster.
You guys all year have seen teams go super small, seen teams go super big. How much are you leaning on just what you've learned throughout the 82 for whatever the kitchen sink is going to be that's thrown at you tonight?
Exactly what you said. We're going to lean on the lessons that we learned in the season from seeing those things, what we learned in the series from seeing those things, and if we see things that are new, we're going to continue to solve that with all 5 out on the floor. So.
How big is the confidence level for you and for this team when it comes to the playoffs?
I'd say it's extremely high. You got to come into a series like this, or any series, you got to come into with a lot of confidence in what you have done as a team, what you can do as a team, what you have done as an individual, what you can do as an individual, and just stay confident, be ready for your moment to make plays whenever it's your time to make a play.
Happy to see your head coach win it all, the coach of the year.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Mark, man. Hell of a coach. He puts together some crazy X's and O's, puts us all in great positions to be successful, and it shows out there.
With him, what's that relationship been like? Because it just seems like as players with him, it's like almost a friendship too. Yeah, he's a coach, but just that trust that you guys have had with him this season.
Yeah, I mean, he's not that much older than us, so he's just one of the bros. But there's still an extreme level of respect there professionally, and he commands that respect with how good of a job he does, and. We got great guys in the locker room who, want to get better and want to listen and want to take critical, whatever you would call it, recommendations on how to be better and take that, put that into the game to get better.
And for you personally, I know you don't like talking about yourself, but you have 11 blocks so far through 3 games. That's one more than the entire Pelicans team has in this series. Just what's your mentality been like in terms of being a rim protector, blocking those shots, being able to just be a dominant force in the paint?
Just trying to do whatever it takes to help our team win. And if that's protecting the rim, making a play to go block a shot, that's what it is. I'm trying to do more than just that out on the floor, but, that's a big part of, what we have to do as a team is, limiting layups at the rim. It's one of the most efficient ways to score points in the game. So, we got to limit that as much as possible and force them into tougher shots.
When you've seen these guys wind up to try to get a poster on you, is there a part of you that's like, dude, what are you doing?
No, because it all happens so fast out there. I'm just trying to make a play, and that's what they're trying to do too. They're trying to do their job. I'm trying to do my job, and the 11 blocks that I've gotten have been from me doing my job better than them.
If they do end up, more seriously, if they do end up going to Nance at center tonight to start the game, what would change for you?
Obviously, Nance and Valanciunas are 2 different players, and it's 2 different looks. When one comes on the floor versus the other, but it doesn't change our approach. We're still going to go out there and execute as a team on both sides of the floor and play together. And I feel like that'll leave us in a good spot.
Chet, what's the chemistry like for you guys on the defensive end? Obviously, you've held the Pelicans under 92 points this entire series. Just what's that felt like on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I'd say the big word is trust. We all trust each other out there, trust each other to have each other's back, and when you have that trust and you know that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but it's just trust.
Thanks, Chet.
Mark, congratulations on winning Coach of the Year. I know your peers honored you with that as well. What are the feelings that you had last night when you found out that they were giving you the award?
Like I said before, it's a little uncomfortable because you just see all the different people whose fingerprints are on the final product, starting with the players. But we have a really robust organization. I was thinking about this morning, how to describe this from my seat. It's like if you guys come here tonight and just watch us move and how efficient everything is. They're backing the bus into the arena right now for whatever reason. Like, we're just on it, top to bottom. and it allows the team to focus on performance. It allows the players to focus on their craft, and that's invaluable. And from my seat, when you see that, it's very humbling. And then when you get singled out of it, it's a little uncomfortable. But I'm certainly grateful. It's a great honor.
Thank you, Mike.
So what did the regular evening look like last night?
I mean, it was pretty simple. I went to the Alex and Matt and Layla and Zach Beaker and I were in a room. They zoomed us into TNT, did a couple interviews, and then went to my room and prepared for Game 4.
When did you have the internal belief inside that you could be a head coach in the NBA? When did that start?
Pretty late, probably when I was in the G League. I got to a place as a head coach in the G League where I felt confident coaching a team as a head coach. But not before that. It wasn't like a lifelong goal. I didn't even think about the NBA before I got to Oklahoma City. And even the first couple of years in the G League, your first couple of years as a head coach, you're just trying to catch up to the game. You're trying to catch up to everything. So after a couple of years, I knew, I felt comfortable in the job. I didn't know it would turn into this opportunity. And that's why I'm so grateful to Mr. Bennett and Sam. They've given me great opportunities on projection. They've basically seen me for what I can be, not what I am at different times, and I'm grateful for that.
You said something similar yesterday, but when you got hired, you said that people keep trusting you with things before they really know you do them, or something similar along those lines. Why do you think it is that people keep giving you these opportunities?
Well, I think, first of all, I don't want to take credit for that. There's a lot of people that are very talented that don't get opportunities, and that's why I'm so grateful for the ones that I've gotten. But when I was a young guy, a guy named Ralph Willard hired me at Holy Cross. When I was 22, I was younger than a bunch of the players on the team. The guys at UConn gave me a great opportunity to be a part of that program. Billy Donovan gave me a great opportunity at Florida when he didn't have a position on his staff. And then Sam hired me, in the G League job. I wasn't even an assistant at Florida. I was basically an administrative assistant. And so I've always tried to reciprocate those responsibilities by doing a good job, and that's what I've tried to do. But it's also something I don't take for granted, and it's something I think about when I coach players. This is their dream. I've said that before. And every time you put a player in the game and you give a player an opportunity, it's a privilege that I don't take lightly, and I don't take for granted. And I try to pay that forward with the way that I manage the team, manage the players, manage the staff.
Mark, were you able to see what happened to Chris Finch last night?
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
That sucks. It really does. He's a really good guy. He's a hell of a coach, obviously, but he's a really good guy. And it's just such a vulnerable position now that he's hurt, coaching the team. You never want to be a distraction as the coach of the team. He, of all people, doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be the story coming out of the game. I know that. He wants the story to be his team who are rolling right now. And to, have to probably do whatever he's going to have to do this week. And then coaching moving forward. That I just really felt for him. That's a really tough spot.
Has anybody reached out to you to congratulate you? That's thinking by a little bit surprised.
Surprised? I'll keep it private. I'm grateful for everybody that's reached out, even the people that have been supportive that don't reach out. It's a very humbling thing. And the reason is because you're a part of a team and you're part of something so special. It's a special organization. It's obviously a special group of players. And we pull a huddle together, and there's a lot of people involved in that. And to get singled out of that feels weird. It's an honor, but it feels weird. And I'm just truly grateful for everybody.
Mark, when you win something of this magnitude, though, are there maybe parts of your life that maybe flash in your mind as you take in the moment, like the TNT interview yesterday?
Not really the interview, but these opportunities are incredible, for everybody. I think every single player in the locker room, there was a time in their life where they didn't think they'd be here. Maybe it was when they were 10, maybe it was when they were 21, but that's what's special about the NBA. And we talk about gratitude a lot as a team. It's something that I try to practice every day. And we should all be grateful for this opportunity. It doesn't last forever, and it's an incredible life. It's incredible experiences that we all get to share together. So I think about it often. I think about people I'm grateful for. I love that I can share any sort of experiences that I have with the people I love, my parents, my family, Ashley, my wife, my kids, all my friends. You know, it's very, very cool, and I know it's very cool for our players and everybody else.
Have you thought about what this means to maybe people taking a similar path as you who never played college, NBA basketball, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's path is different. You know, I think, you know, there's a lot of different ways to accomplish goals, and there's a lot of, like I said, very talented people that don't get the opportunity, they don't get the responsibilities along the way, but they do great work. You know, there's some of the best coaches out there, high school coaches, and you know, so everybody's different. But you know, I've certainly been very fortunate. If you replayed my life a million times, you know, I would not be standing here in the other 999,099.